Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
Championship belts, anything, whether it be boxing, mixed martial arts, wrestling, and even things like talent competitions, you'll find championship belts. Now, most of the time, championship belts are held by the best a certain promotion has to offer, and thus, said promotion will obviously want their belt to be an eye-popping thing of beauty and not just be their logo slapped lazily in the middle and called a work of art. Now, they want to stand out from the other hundreds of independent promotions in the world, and with so many different belts in wrestling and so many different belts within certain promotions, it can get a little tricky to make a belt that truly does stand out and truly does catch the eye of everyone. Now, from my experience, most indie promotions and belt makers hit the nail on the head when it comes to making beautiful belts, which means it can be a little tricky for us as fans to make lists of our favourite belts because they are all just so damn good, obviously with the exception of a few, but for most of them they are so damn good. I've put together a list of my favourite championship belts in independent wrestling. So, Defiant Wrestling Women's Championship. Defiant may have closed its doors recently, but that certainly doesn't make their championships any less appealing to the eye, and their World Women's Championship is a perfect example of this. Now, I'm a sucker for belts with coloured straps, apart from yellow. Yellow looks ugly as all hell, we can debate that some other time. And this belt takes perfect advantage of that. Now, while some people hate red straps, probably because of the god-awful WWE World Tag Team Championships and for black or white, understandably, red straps for me always make, or at least most of the time, make belts look a lot more vibrant and a lot brighter. And with the Defiant text in the middle of the belt and the small globe at the top both being the same bright red as the strap, it creates the illusion of the metal in the logo and the globe being completely cut out and exposing the red strap underneath. Add to that the really nice little splashes of white on the side plates and at the bottom of the main belt, and you've got one gorgeous looking belt. Phoenix Wrestling Association Championship. The first of two belts on this list, designed and produced by John Nursel of JFX 3D. Phoenix has got a few truly beautiful belts to both, but it is this main Phoenix Championship belt which makes its way to this list. The belt features a big gold phoenix on the front of the belt with blue gemstones laid out across it and a blue and white globe appearing in the background emerging from behind the phoenix's head. But what really catches my eye about this belt though is the big black text at the bottom reading Champion on top of a white engraved background banner, as opposed to the usual engraved gold text on belt. Now, this might not seem like much to you, but for me this does make a massive difference, and it's really bold difference. It really makes the Phoenix Wrestling Championship stand out. Progress Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Unlike Phoenix before, there was no dispute as to which belt would land Progress on this list. The only tag team titles on this list, the Progress tag team titles have been held by some of the best tag teams in the country, and so it only makes sense that the design truly captures the prestige of these belts. The Progress tag titles stand out because of their unusual front plates. Now, instead of being the typical design of just one big plate at the centre of the belt, Progress have changed up by going for sort of split design front plates. Now the split design takes inspiration from the Chinese yin and yang symbol, with only slight modifications like the chain pattern on the plates as well as the Progress logo to suit it more to Progress. Kamikaze Pro Fighting Females Wrestling Championship. A belt that was only very recently introduced to the world at Kamikaze Pro in the form of a one-night tournament in which Shanna was crowned the first ever Fighting Females Wrestling Champion. The belt was introduced only a few weeks before they also revealed their new main Kamikaze Championship, and to be honest, either belt could have easily made this list, but for me it is the Fighting Females title which narrowly edges out its fellow Kamikaze competitor. With the combination of the white straps and the red, white and silver front and side plates, it is a trio of colours that work flawlessly with this belt. The champion banner at the bottom of this belt merges beautifully into the Kamikaze logo in the middle of the front plate. You take that with the Chinese symbols dotted around the plates with some stunning floral work etched into the sides of the plates, and you've got about only second to my number one pick on this list. WrestleGate Pro Heavyweight Championship. While I spent a lot of time deciding the order of the previous belts on this list, the number one spot was never up for dispute. Another JFX 3D production, this belt is the youngest belt on this list, and it's also the only title to have never had a champion. Well, that is until either Rampage Brown or Lucas Steele pick up the gold on the 5th of October. The craftsmanship, along with pretty much everything else on this belt, is truly second to none, featuring a gold engraved lion in the middle of the belt, with a Greek meander engravement around the outside of the belt and surrounding the gold lion in the middle. This really is a belt made for a champion. The text circling the front plate, combined with the engraved patterns emerging from the 4 sides of the plate and the 6 sets of gold studs embedded in the strap between the front plates and the 2 side plates. I mean, this title comfortably takes top spot on this list, and you know what? Indie or not, this belt is my new favourite championship of all time. So there it is, my top 5 belts in independent wrestling. Now, while this was my own personal opinion, I am always happy and open to seeing your thoughts on this list. So were there any belts on this list that I mentioned that you think shouldn't be anywhere near a top 5? Are there belts that you think that really deserve to be on this list? Make sure you comment down below and let me know what you think.